Friends, hello, welcome back. Happy Saturday. Happy Hutmas. We're gonna call it Hutmas in February. Might as well, because this is a absolutely beautiful event EA released for us this weekend. Styles Icons. Not only is it some beautiful cards, beautiful sets, and beautiful addition of challenges and new ways to obtain these players. Today, tell you what though, you're not just getting the big name players, you're getting the big name players. And they got some good synergies as well. That's why I think it's a pretty solid week. We got 2 weeks, really, we got with these players. We're going to start with the sets. The sets I think you guys should, or we personally, I should say, are thinking's worth doing, not worth doing. Then we'll go look at the players' best cards to pick up. Ones are kind of avoiding in that direction as well here. Starting off, first of all, I think the way to go into sets, simply put, the 94 overall style icon master item choice set. 16 collectibles. If you want to get one of these players, buy trading in gold collectibles. Again, don't recommend buying the collectibles, but if you have untradeable players, you want to trade them in, you got a bunch of untradeable collectibles and you want to use them, I recommend going about it in this particular direction here because it's 16 collectibles as opposed to the 95, which, hey, it's a 95. Absolutely. One overall point better. Some of these guys' speeds don't even improve from 94 to 95. Alex Ovechkin being one of those guys for that reason. I just don't see a difference in his 94 to 95. Might as well get the 94. Just as good, going to cost you less. But here's the thing. These 95s, count the collectibles. There's 9. We'll go to the second set here because you need all of these essentially to get it complete. There's 14. So we have 14 collectibles so far. Got 2 more sets to do. We go over here. We have 6 more. So we have 20. And this last one's 1 gold collectible. Spoiler. We need 21 collectibles for the 95 overall. And it's untradeable. Not happening. Not happening, fellas. And not when you can get the other one for 16. 5 collectibles less. Essentially 300k cheaper for the 94 1 overall point. I just don't think it's worth it. Again, do what you will with your coins. We're just trying to help you save the coins the best you can here. Spend those elsewhere. Maybe you're poor, flooded with coins. You're sitting on like 4 bills over there and like, what's 4 million? What's an extra 5 collectibles with a guy like 4 million coins? But if you're trying to, invest wisely here, I would go with the 94. Personally, and I'd probably consider buying it off the auction house too if you could as well there if you don't have the collectibles laying around. I like the idea of buying them. The one thing that interests me this week though, random set required item. Trade in 4 gold players and you get a random set required item. Now I'm assuming this is only gonna be your base players. But man, if somebody could possibly squeak in like the 89 Ovi, the 92 Matthews out of one of these packs, and you could go out and put that in a set, that would put a big curveball into our theory there because it'd make it cheaper because you just have to complete 1 or 2 sets. I don't think that's the case because I believe this player is tradable. And if it's tradable, I don't think the other ones are, so they're not going to give it to you now. They're just going to give you a nice Ty Domi player that goes into one of those sets. It is what it is. Not bad still. 4 players, you can probably sell that. I don't know how much you could sell it for. Maybe a decent coin. Might be a nice way to make some coins there if you can spend 4K on that. Pull the an 8485 that's worth more. Sell that bad boy. We'll see. Nonetheless, though, as far as buying players, the 94s, that's what we're looking at. Again, I was telling you, I love what we're seeing out of these sets, or out of this event in particular, I should say here. Some beautiful players. We'll start off down here in the 94s, that's what we're talking about buying. Ken Baumgartner, who I have not the slightest clue it is. No idea. I'm gonna be honest, don't know who you are, never heard of him until this event happened. And that's not a shot at the Islanders or a shot at him. Again, we just didn't watch hockey when he played. Period. We didn't watch hockey. Ain't too familiar with all the history in that department. So it's nothing against him. But I don't like the card. I don't like the card because, again, he's a little bit slower. He's an enforcer. The shot's not the greatest. So we're going to avoid him. Mark House, same story. Not a big fan because he does not have the synergies here. If you're going to get a player, I think he's got to be a little bit faster than the 86. The thing with the icons is they all start at those really slow or low speeds in this game. So when you boosted them all the way up, their speed didn't really get there. And that's the thing with a guy like Mark Howe. We're avoiding him. But then we get to Henrik Lundqvist. Oh, never mind. That was a big spoiler. I thought Austin Matthews was coming. Henrik Lundqvist. Again, goaltender's personal preference. Not going to touch him. We don't touch the expensive goalies. Not when you can get a cheaper one. Low overall, that does just as well as the expensive one. Goaltenders, as always, have a lot to do with how you would play in front of them. Now we're up to the good players. So Austin Matthews, baby, the 92. Look at this absolute beauty. Hit him with the howitzer, the +3. Big fan, Austin Matthews, 6'3", 220, a left-handed shot. Again, he's got that 93 speed. Big addition to the team. Would recommend picking him up If you need that bigger bodied guy, again, decent speed, real solid shot, like Austin Matthews for the left-handed option out of this event. And we'll take a look at the right-handed guys. Ready for this one, fellas? We're going to spice things up a little bit here. Prepare yourselves. I'm taking Bernie Nichols over Alex Ovechkin. You heard it here first. Let's take a look at the cards. Bernie Nichols, right-handed. The big difference here is Ovechkin's the bigger bodied guy. He does have that over Bernie Nichols. If there's one preference there, harder to knock off the puck, Alex Ovechkin. But from that standpoint, other than that, you lock down these synergies for Bernie Nichols. He's got the 99 shot. He's got the 92 speed. Right-handed. Solid player. If you're going to go after a player that's going to have an amazing shot, why not Bernie Nichols? You could also say, hey, why not Phil Kessel? I think he's got a similar card at that standpoint. But he doesn't have a distributor and howitzer, right? Nichols does. He's checking off a lot of boxes here. You get the howitzer, the distributor. You go to Alex Ovechkin, distributor as well. That's why this set was so nice. Multiple players with distributor. You unlock his other synergies. It boosts him up to a 91 speed and a 99 shot. So he's a little bit slower. He's one tick slower than Bernie Nichols. And a lot of the other stuff across the board is pretty similar. The difference is you're going to pay probably $1 million for Alex Ovechkin, $800K, and you might be able to pick up Bernie Nichols for $300, $400, $500K. Right now, $544. I like the idea. I like to play the value game sometimes. That's going to save you $300, $400K. Spend that elsewhere. Pick up a solid player like Bernie Nichols. The problem, again, it's the name factor. I say this, but I'd rather have Ovechkin. I want the name, man. I want the name of the player I've heard of and is popular and current right now. That's what I've always loved about Ultimate Team games. I want, unless it's a player that's an alumni on my particular favorite team, I want the current players that are studs. That is the big draw here. But if you are playing to improve the team, I think Bernie Nichols is the way to go. You spend those other coins elsewhere and save a lot of coins. Maybe it helps you build toward that Austin Matthews, for example. That's our thoughts, though. Love to hear your guys. Love to hear if you pulled anything out of that random pack as well. I'm imagining everybody just got base players that are needed and none of the fancy ones. Love to hear about it, though. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.